Hey guys, welcome to this new video. In today's video we're going to talk about all the things that I packed in my hospital bag and what I actually ended up using and what I didn't. If you haven't seen the video of me packing the bag yet, then you can watch that over here or there, wherever it is. And yeah, let's get on with the video. I was lucky enough to have the best people around me during the birth, and so I ended up not unpacking a single thing out of the hospital bag and also not packing a single thing back into the hospital bag. And when we were home, some of it was already unpacked for me by other amazing people that took care of me during the week after the delivery. So I unfortunately can't do an unpacking of the bag, which I actually thought of doing, but instead I'll just go through the list in exactly the same order as I packed it into the hospital bag and tell you guys what I ended up using and didn't use and why. Essentially, when we got to the hospital, Conrad unpacked a bunch of things for me and he was actually in charge of taking all the things out. And then the maternity nurse that was at the delivery packed everything back into the bag. And then when we were here, we didn't unpack a single thing out of the bag in the first week after the birth, but rather the maternity nurse that was with us for the first week after the birth, she unpacked a bunch of things. And so I could have tried and put everything back, but I just thought, why would I? So let's get into it. The first thing that I packed was a folder with documents, and that was so cute. Again, I did not know the situation and I might have ended up using it, but I didn't. It was so quick in and out that we didn't end up using anything. And then we did have the maternity care folder with us for baby's tracking of things. We might have had to use it, but that was because the maternity care business wanted to collect it for the first week. And because she was still there with us in the hospital, she immediately just put it into the actual app or platform or whatever they used. And then actually the very first week we were supposed to track all that stuff in there, but I ended up using an app. And so our maternity nurse that was with us in our home, she took pictures of the app and then put it into the folder to then put it into the platform that they use. So we actually ended up not using it at all, but it's still a fun memento that we had it. But yeah, we didn't end up using any of the documents in the hospital. Then the next thing was the water bottle of 2 liters, and I actually did end up using that. I did drink insanely little during that day. I did not want to drink anything, but I did end up drinking the water. I also had another water bottle with me. If I pack one that is closed, I usually also have one at home that is already open, and so I always take that with me too. So I had 2 bottles with me, but I did definitely drink water from the bottle. Then the next thing was slippers, and I did not end up using that. I thought I might use them when I took a shower, but I didn't end up using them. I also forgot I had them packed, and because I packed the bag and Conrad was in charge of taking the stuff out, he didn't necessarily know all the things that were in there, I think. I don't think I ever told him, except for in the video, but I don't know if he watched it. Probably not. And so they were kind of in a hidden pocket, and yeah, no one knew where they were except for me. So yeah, I did not use those. Then we had the big baby coat thingy. We did end up using that, of course, because it was really cold, especially in the evening. So we did use that, but the full over middies and footies were cute, but it was so big on her. Her arm was like half the size of the arm of the thing. So she looked very tiny in that thing. And then Conrad's things, Conrad's shirt and short, we didn't use either of those. He was out of the tub, but it was good we had it with us. And then he did take off his shirt at one point, but he just put his old shirt back on. But that was actually nice because when we got back home, he had an extra clean shirt. Then the snacks, I did not use any of those. I did not want to eat anything, which was crazy because I hardly ate anything that day. And when we got home, I was really hungry, but throughout the rest of the day, I didn't use any of those snacks. But again, it was really nice that we had them because in the first week after the delivery, sometimes we just wanted a snack or something special, and so we ate those snacks throughout that first week, which was awesome. Then I had my 2 drinks. So I had the coconut water and the icy green. Again, I did not eat or drink much throughout the day, so I did not drink the coconut water at all. But again, in the first week after the delivery, it was really nice to have. I definitely did drink the iced green after I gave birth and things kind of settled down. I was insanely thirsty and definitely also needed a bit of a sugar kick, which is why I needed to bring a sugary drink in the first place. Then I brought a bunch of postpartum care stuff, and I already knew that I probably wasn't going to use any of it, and I also didn't end up using it. The hospital provided me with stuff, which was awesome. And the maternity nurse at the delivery, she put everything together for me, which was awesome. So after I gave birth and everything was done, I took a shower and then she helped me get dressed and all the postpartum stuff was ready to go and there, which was awesome. And then I also packed the peri bottle, which I ended up not using, but that's only because I didn't go to the bathroom. I think if I would have had to stay longer, then it would have been really nice to have the peri bottle because it was definitely a lifesaver in that first week after I gave birth. Then we have my clothes, so the nursing bras, the warmer socks, and the outfits. I did use some of that. I knew that I packed too much, but I did use some of it. So I used half of the outfit and then the pants that I took with me because I was immediately going home. So if I were to use the entire outfit, then I would have just basically been going out in my pajamas, and you could have seen my pajama pants, which let's not do that. Yeah, I only used the top of that and then the pants that were black, which was nice. I did not use the warmer socks. Again, it was really warm. And the nursing bras I didn't use while giving birth, which was what I thought I might want. But, you know, I was just ready to go into the tub and I was wearing a top that had a built-in bra kind of thing, which is also like a nursing top. So I just wore that. And then the washcloths. If I were to have to go to the hospital and only be allowed to bring one thing, it would definitely be the washcloths. I didn't technically need to bring them because they probably had stuff in the hospital, but I don't like asking for stuff, especially in those types of scenarios, which is probably also the scenario where you're most likely in the position of being able to ask for literally anything and no one will look at you like you're crazy, but I did not want to ask for stuff. So I was really happy to have my own washcloths with me. Doing a delivery in the tub, it was really nice and warm, but during contractions, it was way too hot and those washcloths were amazing. Conrad and the maternity nurse took turns re-wetting them and making them cold again. And then they were on my head, they were on my back. It was amazing. Washcloths are a must-have at the delivery, for sure, especially in the tub. Then the next thing was the birthing comb, and I was already quite skeptical about that and I did not use it at all. Then the cord ring we definitely did use. That was the one thing that we also had to bring, so that was a good thing packed. And then we have the baby stuff. Hand sanitizer we didn't use, but that was mainly packed for when we go out after the birth. Then the diapers we did use. I'm really happy that I brought those with me. We didn't use the wipes, but that was because she was clean. We also didn't use the hat because we got a hat from the hospital and it was cute, and so we just used that one. And then obviously we did use the outfit for her to bring her home in because she needs something to wear. The muslin cloths, I wasn't sure about if we were going to use them, and we didn't have to bring them, but they did ask us if we brought something, and because we did, we used that muslin cloth as a receiving blanket whilst we were doing skin to skin, which was really nice. And then, as I mentioned in my previous video, which you can also watch, in which I tell you about my entire delivery, we did not end up using the light projector. When we got into the hospital room, the first thing the midwife did was turn down the lights, or dim them, and at that point I just couldn't care less. I was just trying to get through the contractions, so we didn't end up using it. But I think it would have been nice if we were staying there for a longer time, which again, I didn't know what I was packing for. If it was going to be a fast delivery, if we were going to have complications and had to stay there for a little while after. So I'm happy that I brought it, but yeah, I did not end up using it. In the end, I ended up not using a bunch of things, but I'm happy with the way I packed it. I think that if I had a longer delivery or another type of day and aftercare, then I definitely would have used all of it. It was just because it was so quick and we were home so soon that we didn't end up using most of it. It's a bag that you pack that you never know what exactly you pack for, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video and learning what you might need at a Dutch hospital for a Dutch birth in a Dutch hospital. And yeah, if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or anything to say, let me know in the comments. And I hope to see you in next time's video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Say bye.